Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk Productions back with another video today. And we're back with another rumor video. We did one yesterday. It went pretty well. Got a good amount of views, which I'm not focused. That's not what I'm focusing on. Talked about some good, interesting stuff about the Rockets, the Knicks, and there was way much more rumors going on today. Some of the stuff that was happening today actually was true. Actually, stuff that were happening, and some of these are just rumors. So, yeah, let's get started. So, apparently, get right off the bat, we get to start with my first team, the Houston Rockets. Rockets are shopping Eric Gordon, have talked scenarios with teams interested. I know we've talked about Eric Gordon and trade scenarios very numerous times on the channel, but now it's starting to get a little bit serious, where I kind of think of it at a point where I'm being honest on the channel right now and saying the next two trades I think we see in the NBA, I think we see a Ben Simmons trade, and then I think we see an Eric Gordon trade. I'm not saying I think we see Ben Simmons traded for Eric Gordon. I'm just saying I think we see a Ben Simmons trade and then an Eric Gordon trade. Right now, I think those are the two most likely traded players that will get traded the soonest. I'm not saying those are the two most wanted traded players right now. I'm just saying those are the most likely the first two players. Obviously, we've already seen Kemba Walker traded, but to actually start the offseason, I mean, to be honest, when Kemba got traded, the playoffs were kind of just, I mean, when Kemba got traded, we were still in the second round. This is the offseason now. With only a couple games left in the finals, we are reaching the offseason. This is the offseason for 28 teams, and it's about to be for 30. So I think the first two players, my prediction, the first two players we get seen traded in the offseason, I think we see Ben Simmons, then Eric Gordon get traded, and then one of Bradley Beal or Damian Lillard traded. I don't know which one first, but I don't think it will happen. I think it's not going to happen after Tokyo, so that means some time until Dame or Bradley Beal trade. I don't think they'll get traded until after the Olympics are over. But yeah, Lakers looking for difference-making player alongside AD and Braun. Yeah, so they're kind of looking like for somebody like a Ben Simmons, maybe Ben Simmons trade, maybe a potential sign and trade for Kyle Lowry. Maybe they're potentially thinking about bringing someone I don't want to bring up because that's the other rumor, but you'll hear that later in the video. But yeah, Clippers interested in Lonzo Ball. You know, this one, you have to, with this Clippers Lonzo Ball idea, this would have to be a sign and trade. You know, the funny thing is that when I first started this YouTube channel, if you know, I'm not gonna ask any of y'all to go way back in my YouTube channel because there's like 500 videos on this channel, maybe more. If you go back to like the first like 10 videos, and I'll put a link in the description, which I really don't want to because I was not really good at YouTube when I first started. This is talking about the first 10 videos. Anyways, when I first started, talking about 490 videos ago, which was only 6 months ago. It's crazy how you make 490 videos in only 6 months. Wow, that's pretty crazy. But if you go back, I made a Clippers trading for Lonzo trade, our video. At the time, this was regular season, and it was, you know, the regular season was going on. Trade deadline did not happen yet, so this was a potentially trade deadline move that the Clippers could have made. I do currently not recall what I said the Clippers would have to give up. I don't know. That was 6 months ago, so I don't remember. But now, what would the Clippers have to give up? You know, now this is kind of different. This is free agency we're talking about. A signing trade is kind of different than a regular trade. They're kind of alike, but you don't have to give up as much. What do the Clippers have to give up? I think the Clippers most likely have to give up Patrick Beverley. I don't think that would be a issue at all. Luke Kennard, giving up a young player. You gave up the 19th pick and Landry Shamet for this guy. That'd be maybe hard, but, this is Lonzo we're talking about here. And then I think Marcus Morris. A lot of people are thinking Rajon Rondo, but I just don't see this in my standpoint. I can maybe see a Rondo traded to somewhere. I don't really see it at the same time because, I don't see him going back to the Pelicans. I think they'd buy him out for sure if he got back. I don't think they want him back. But yeah. So next, we got some Kawhi rumors in the next two. Kawhi has ACL surgery. So a partial tear. Kawhi, wherever he goes, if it's back to the Clippers, Mavericks, Heat, Knicks, or somebody just steals them. Some random team just steals them. Wherever he's playing for the 2021-22 season, is projected to miss the first 2.5 months of the season, which can hurt. This is where I think this surgery I think might hurt the Knicks and free agency. Not free agency. Their chances. This might hurt their chances of getting Kawhi. Because I really do think this surgery. This shows that he might want to go somewhere where he knows everything will be okay until December, January, when he's not going to be back until then. So that's where I'm kind of thinking at right now. The Knicks can maybe handle things until January because obviously if Kawhi Leonard signs with the Knicks, there's going to be other people. Hey, this is Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, he's not going to be there for the first 2.5 months, but we can still handle him. We could be a great team. Kawhi Leonard, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, great team. Maybe also Bradley Beal if he gets traded, or other free agents that follow Kawhi. So, but I just think they hurt their chances because if it's, you got Jimmy and Bam, and Tyler Hero, and then you got Luka, and whoever they get for Kristaps Porzingis because we all know he's gone. And you got Paul George in the Clippers squad. If Kawhi is out for 2 months, so are those options better? For the first 2.5 seasons, the first 2.5 months, are those options better than the Knicks? That's what we'll have to wait and find out. So here's another one. Kawhi expected to opt out of his Clippers contract after surgery. I think there was no doubt in mind that Kawhi was going to opt out of his contract, even if he wanted to re-sign with the Clippers, so he can get extra money, because Kawhi, he could sure as hell re-sign with the Clippers, but he still would have opted out of that contract to just to get the extra money. But I think Kawhi's leaving. Think the Clippers might put up a fight, but I don't think so. So here's some coach rumors. Nuggets assistant Wes Unseld Jr., son of Wes Unseld, late and great basketball player, rest in peace, Wes Unseld. Wes Unseld Jr. and Darwin Ham, assistant for the Bucks, favorite for the Washington Wizards coaching job. I think Wes Unseld Jr. might have a little bit of a advantage here, because his dad played big years for Washington and years ago. But we'll see what happens there. The Pelicans found their coach today in Willie Green. But yeah. Next, moving on. Lakers are interested in Lonzo Ball. This is pretty interesting, I think. I don't know if Lonzo would want to go back. I know LeVar would just absolutely hate that. But then as soon as he would join, LeVar would probably say, oh, well, Lonzo's going to be better than AD. He's going to be better than Braun. He's going to be better than Drummond. He's going to be the best player in the world. And then he's probably going to say, well, if the Hornets would have just offered Lonzo more money and teamed up him with LaMelo and then signed Leandro out of the G League, then that would have been the best trio to ever play damn basketball. But yeah, I think Lonzo, I don't think Lonzo really cares about what his dad thinks, though. But just doing a LeVar impression there. Well, I really didn't do his voice, but I could do that one time if y'all want, but not now. But anyways, yeah, I don't think LeVar would like it, which I don't think Lonzo really cares what LeVar likes and what LeVar does not like. I think Lonzo's got past that. But I think Lonzo doesn't get a lot of chances with LA. And he got that with the Pelicans. And he has 4 great options with that, with the 4 other teams in the Clippers, the Thunder, the Bulls, and the Knicks. And I think those 4 teams might offer him more money than the Lakers would. Moving on. Another Lakers one. Lakers interested in Ben Simmons. I think that what would the Lakers have to give up here? Montrezl Harrell on a sign-in trade. Kyle Kuzma, and I would say the 22nd overall pick. I'd say that's enough to pull this trade off. But is that good enough for what the other teams are offering? Is that better than John Wall, Daniel House, and the 23rd pick? Is that better than C.J. McCollum and Robert Covington in a first-round pick? Is that better than all the other offers that all the other teams are offering? I don't think so, but we'll see. I think maybe the Lakers would have to probably have to put up something else in that deal. Maybe Dennis Schroeder in a sign-and trade, but I don't really know. I don't see them getting 2 players in a sign-and-trade. So we'll have to wait and see. I say it's really, really unlikely that a Lakers-Sixers trade happens. I mean, maybe it happens, but I don't see a Lakers trade for Ben Simmons. Maybe. Nets and Mavericks are eyeing Knicks center Nerlens Noel in free agency. This isn't a pretty big name. I know in the last video we talked about Duncan Robinson, how the Knicks were eyeing shooting guard Duncan Robinson. I know, he played some big ball in the finals. He got buckets in the playoffs. Nerlens Noel, he's a good, talented player. I'm going to be straight up here. I think New York has kind of messed up his career again. He had some bad times in Philly, and then the Thunder, both Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul, in 2017 and 18, and then just in both in 18 and 19 when Westbrook and PG, and then 19 and 20, that whole Thunder gang. I would say mostly Schroeder and Paul made him very good. But we got to see a really good Nerlens Noel in 1920, and I think if these are the 2 teams interested in Nerlens Noel, I got to think here. If I got to go smart. And I don't really look at this at the money. I look at this at the playtime. Because you're mostly looking at a 1-year deal. Nets and Mavs, 1-year deal. This is what I see out of Nerlens Noel. I see a 1-year deal. I don't think the money really matters if it's a 1-year deal. So I got to look at the playing time. Mavericks, they're looking for centers. They're looking for new centers. Nets, they don't really have a center. They got DeAndre Jordan, they got Nicholas Claxton. Both of those have trade rumors on their names. And even when they were available to play, the Nets were avoiding playing them in the playoffs. I think that if Nerlens Noel signs with the Nets, he's a bench player. No, I think the Nets would rather have Blake Griffin or KD at the center. So what does this do to Nerlens Noel? This really hurts Nerlens Noel if he goes to the Nets, because then the Nets really don't like bench players. They in the playoffs, they didn't play their bench players at all. I mean, they did, but low minutes. It's because of their star players in KD, Kyrie, and James. So I look at this and I say, hey, I got to go choose Mavs. You know, they got some center doors open. They're potentially looking at shopping Kristaps and Dwight Powell. The big man, Boban is a free agent. I don't know if I would be a starter, but even if I was a backup, I would get a lot of minutes on a one-year deal. Unlike the Nets, a one-year deal, not a lot of minutes. But with him, he can maybe, if he gets a one-year deal and he shows himself with the Mavs, he either continues with the Mavs and gets more money from the Mavs, or just gets more money from a different team. It just work. So I look at the Mavs at a very, very better option for Nerlens Noel. Next one, Cavaliers work out with Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga is projected to go around 5 to 6, maybe 7. A lot of scouts don't think 7, but 5 to 6. And they think maybe, just maybe, the Raptors will take a look at him. But today, the Cavaliers work out Jonathan Kuminga. My personal opinion, I think the Cavaliers will either draft Evan Mobley at Jonathan or Jonathan Kuminga at 3. Because I think realistically, Colin Sexton is in the trade market, and I think realistically, I think the Cavaliers will get a 2-guard for Colin Sexton. So yeah, my personal opinion, I say they draft Jonathan Kuminga or they draft Evan Mobley. I am leaning more to the Cavs drafting Evan Mobley, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Cavs picked Jonathan Kuminga with 3, but I just don't really see it. I think potential options for Jonathan Kuminga, I see him either going 3 with the Cavs. I don't really see 4 with the Raptors, but a lot of scouts do. But I think Jalen Suggs is the Raptors guy. I see him at 3 with the Cavs. I like him at 5 with the Magic. Actually, I don't like him at 5. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't like him at 5. Sorry. I like him at 3. I like him at 6 with the Thunder. That's where I think he'll go. I like him at 3. I like him at 6. I like him at 7 because I think most likely that pick will get traded from the Golden State Warriors. And I don't really like him at 8, but that might happen. So I think really he'll either get picked at 3, 6, 7, or 8. Last one. Lakers looking at potential sign-in trades for Dennis Schroeder. You know, we've already kind of brought this up about maybe Dennis Schroeder going along into a sign-in trade for Ben Simmons with Montrezl Harrell and Kyle Kuzma and the 22nd overall pick. Was that enough? We talked about that. That's the only one I've come up with yet so far. Let me know. Let me know what you think about all these rumors, and I'll if I can come anything, if I could come with anything up about, if I could come up with anything about, if I can come up with anything about Dennis Schroeder, I'll talk about it in the next rumor. So the next rumor video is not tomorrow; it will be on Friday. And that will be Thursday and Friday combined. So that's going to probably be a big video. That's going to be a long, long video. But yeah. that's pretty much it. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of good rumors. You know, how many these are high in these videos, and let's do it. So, go recapping. How many I think these are happening. Rockets are shopping Eric Gordon, have talk scenarios with teams interested. Yes, I think that's not even a question if it's happening or not. Lakers looking for difference-making player alongside, yeah, you can't really. Clippers interested in Lonzo. Yes, I think they're interested in Lonzo, but I don't think they'll get him. Kawhi has ACL surgery. I mean, that's not even... Kawhi expected to opt out of Clippers contract after surgery. Yes, that will happen. Nuggets assistant Wes Unseld Jr. and Darvin Ham favorites for Washington coach job. Not going to say those two are the only chances, but yes, this is true. Clippers are... Sorry, that's the wrong one. Lakers interested in Lonzo. No, I do not think that is true. Lakers interested in Ben Simmons. I think they are interested in Ben Simmons, but I do not think they will get a deal done. Nets and Mavs are eyeing Nerlens Noel. Yes, I think that is true. Cavs work out with Jonathan Kuminga. It happened, so I guess it's true. Lakers looking at potential signing trades for Dennis Schroeder. I think they'll look at him. Maybe they'll be able to find one, but I don't know. So, yeah, I'll go with true. So, let me know which ones you think will actually happen or not out of these. And that's it for the video. And peace out. We'll come back with another one of these videos on Friday. That will combine Thursday and Friday's rumors for the NBA. That might have a lot of rumors. Taking a YouTube off day tomorrow. Just giving a little break. So this is the last video for the day, and I will see y'all back on Friday. So turn on notifications for more. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, and peace out.